live. And we are live. Monday Night Real Flight. Hosting Monday Night Real Flight. Host. Connecting to server. And boom. Multiplayer Monday Night Real Flight is live. How are y'all doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. We are flying the ultimate biplane. Woo! There we go. Hi, Paul McNeil. First person in the room tonight. Hope you're doing well, sir. Oh, that was weird. Got locked up for a second. It said somebody joined the room. Thank you to the person joined the room. Woo, I got company. Ha ha. Coming in for landing. Tail first. Ha 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 ha. Hi, Paul. How's it going tonight? Let's put it on someone else. We'll watch Chris. Woo! Nice save. Hi, Jeff in Laura, Alabama. Hi, Lori. Hopefully you're well. Cheers to you. Having coffee tonight, as I do most every night now. Trying to kick the caffeine thing, and it's very difficult. If you don't have caffeine, I get a headache, you know. The caffeine Jones. That's good stuff. So that was really strange not having a Pilot Ryan show last night and a pilot's lounge going on. I thought that was very odd. It's the first time in a very, very, very long time that Ryan hasn't had a show on a Sunday night. I didn't know. Nice wheelie. Oh, good deal. Yeah, I got a water. I got a standby water backup. I drink coffee, you know. Of course, it's got cream in it. You can't have cream without sugar, right? I mean, at least a couple of them. There's no addictions here, right? NASCAR. Oh my God, NASCAR was a crash. Paul, you should have been out there splitting wood with him. Been his helper, stacking it for him. Hi, Philip. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Glad you could join us. Chris is putting on a two-wheel landing show for us. Removing epoxy mixed in with balsa dust. Oh, yeah. You can use a little baking soda too, Jeff. In instead of the balsa dust, and it sands just fine also with CA or epoxy, I believe. Just to, you probably know that already. Just letting you know. EQ. Doot doot. EQ's here. How are you, EQ? Glad to see you, my friend. Oh, thank you, Shadow. Thank you. I did. And you know what's cool? Well, I think it's cool, anyways. I share my birthday with iced tea. Not the drink, but the guy. And somebody else too that I share my birthday with, and he hasn't even been born yet, right? And that's Geordie LaForge. That's right. Geordie LaForge. In 2335 he was born. Well, according to the show, right? Star Trek, I guess. Next gen stuff, I guess. Yeah. Hi, JCB. Hey, take care, Shadow. Thanks for stopping in. How's Jim tonight? Hope you're doing well, sir. Philip, that was a heck of a crash there in Toronto today. I am so thankful nobody was killed. Oh, that's cool, Lori. That's very cool. Oh, well, I'm sorry if it's cold where you're at. I'll send you warm greetings from sunny Arizona. It was probably 70 today and just a little overcast. Really nice, though. Light winds. Although this weekend is just windy as heck, right? So, hi, Michael Bear. Glad to see you here, sir. I heard that one wing ripped off of that plane, Philip. I didn't hear both, but I did hear that the rate of descent was quite great, like 1,100 feet per minute or something. They were coming down. Speed was 120 something at 500 feet, which seems slow. And they were in a down glide. I'm sure that the weather had nothing to do with it, though. 70-mile-an-hour winds. Nah, that couldn't have played any factor into it, right? Dan Zimmerman. I'm grateful your dog's gonna be okay, Dan. Glad you're there taking care of her. That's a noble thing. I saw a photo today, painting, and it was of a knight in armor. Looked like he just came out of battle, and he's bending down, petting a little kitten. Compassion. Michael Bear, have you been able to get in the cockpit yet and fly? Well, there you go for the fake news, Michael Bear. You know, the report I heard said there were high winds in the area, up to 70 miles per hour. And why didn't they close the runway? Just more drama, I guess. 20 with 35-mile-an-hour gusts. That sounds plausible. Ooh. Doing a great job, Chris. Half flaps. Woohoo! Nice one-wheel wonder. Hi, Mountain RC. How you doing? Well, Bill, did you win last night with DIY? I won a keychain, Paul McNeil. I won a keychain, I think. I haven't sent Dave anything yet. See exactly. But, you know, to tell you the truth, I was in the room with you all. I was almost an hour late, but I was there, and I got up and I went to the bathroom. I went outside real quick. I came back in, and it was all congrats, Bill, blah, 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 Bill, congrats. And I didn't really know what happened. So, there you go. Oh, that's good, Michael Bear. There might be a new quarterback coming in you can fly around also. At least that's what I heard. So if y'all didn't catch it today, Mountain RC released a video of his FMS F16. He did a paint job on and Maiden. It turned out sweet, and the livery is killer. It really looks nice, my friend. You did a bang up job on it. Kudos to you. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's really cool. 8 to 12 week recovery. Wow. Wow, that's gonna be tough. You know, I was home for a week with our cat a long while ago, 3 4 years ago, and yeah, it's not. The care is not fun when you miss work a little bit, and yeah, it can wear on you, but I know you're up for the job, my friend. Flying Tiger, how are you tonight? Yes, EQ. Someone answer that for me. What happened to Pilot Ryan last night? I waited and waited and waited, and he just he never came on, and I thought he would have, considering he's talked about all these years that he's done it without fail. If he elected not to because other people are on, I understand that. He said he was going away last week. I missed that, Philip. I must have missed that if he said that. Hi, Kenny Rogers. That's another video you need to go watch. Kenny just did a maiden on the owl. The damn thing flies. Woohoo! That was good, Kenny. It's a little twitchy. Was Ryan in Florida on vacation? I don't know. Flies damn good. It looked like it flew really well, Kenny. Just get those rates figured out a little bit less on the throws maybe so it's not so herky-jerky. More smooth like. Yeah, he's probably got 400 hours in print time on that plane. Well, if you combine them all together. Sorry, buddy. That's tough, but you persisted through it and got through it and made it happen. It doesn't need much elevator then, huh? Well, I hope Ryan's still going to do a Thursday show. And I don't know about you guys, but I think we lost Hangar 51. He's gone to the printer gods. Hangar 51, Kenny, I love you, man. Great flying, Chris. Just you and me in the room. I don't want to watch myself fly. That's a good idea, Michael Bear. Nobody else is flying. Just Chris is in the room flying, and I'm parked in the runway and talking to you guys. Waiting for somebody else to jump in. Plenty of spots in the room for flyers. Yeah, another thing that happened on my birthday, you might not all know this, but the Beatles performed on my birthday in 1963. Okay, it was on the Ed Sullivan Show, but, you know, they performed that day. Oh, no rush, Flying Tiger. Oh, I'm sure you didn't forget how to fly, Philip. I stopped flying RC stuff in 2007, 2008, and didn't return for 11 years. And it was a big change from nitro to electric. In that 11 years, stuff had really come a long way. I did. I had a great birthday. And today, I got out there and I hoofed it on the frame of my truck, and it is all painted. All nice and shiny semi-gloss painted black now. So in the cab underneath, I was underneath of it cleaning it, trying to get it clean. I'm gonna have a good morning one of these days here. Nice calm morning so I can get out there and shoot the underneath side of that cab. Then I can marry them back together. Well, we had chicken strips and I had cottage cheese and mac and cheese. Piece of garlic toast. It was good. Oh no! I hate it when I lose my dongle. Although I've never had a dongle. The year and model of the truck I'm working on, Michael Bear, is a 1965 F100 short bed, what Ford called a flare side, or in Chevy terms, a step side. So it's been modified just a little bit. It doesn't have the original front end, and it doesn't. The suspension in the rear is original, but the axle has been moved from underneath the leaf springs to on top of the leaf springs to gain a little bit of lowering. Looks like somebody else jumped in. Let's see who else is in the room. Oh, Paul McNeil. What's Paul flying today? I'm not sure. He's got something invisible. Do any of you see what he's flying? What you got there, Paul? Uh-oh. Okay, I see something now. Looks like a drone. That's pretty wild, Paul. Oh boy, I'm not a fan of the Crown Vic front ends, and I'll tell you why, Kenny. Because the aluminum against that ladder frame has a lot of movement to it, right? Side to side, front to back, all that. And you're going to mount it to a cast aluminum part. That's going to put movement into it, and it could crack. And there has been instances where they have broken. And I know now they make metal replacements. Keith Christie, Hi, Keith. How are you, sir? Glad you're here with us. But I definitely agree with the coyote. I keep my eyes open because the Copart here sometimes will have a crashed Ford GT Mustang, a 16 or newer, something Gen 2, preferably Coyote that I can maybe pick up running, starting, pull the heart out of it and put it in one of my trucks. I have one already set up for it. And it's already set up for manual. Oh yeah, there definitely is. And there's a lot of people out there doing some really cool stuff. Hi Chris, aka Santa. How you doing, my friend? It looks something there, JCB. I'm not sure what Paul is flying, but it looks like it's pretty hard to fly. It's a Marine something. Oh, it looks like it's got a pusher prop on the back, but it's not going. Oh, now it needs a prop replacement. Oh, Kenny, we went and helped a guy work on his 55 Ford truck. Somebody had put a Mustang 2 front end clip underneath of it. And when we got there, the guy's like having all kinds of hard time with camber and the tires aren't right and this and that. The guy who had the truck before him installed the cross member backwards. I don't know how you do that, but just strange crap like that happens. You buy projects and you don't know quite what you're looking at. Yeah, you can get a real bundle of poop. Craig Bevan, how are you, sir? Oh, now I'm going to have to go watch a video from JCB. There you go. Now it's looking better there, Paul. Not sure what you turned on, but all of a sudden it's flying. Nice. EQ's added a lot of cool stuff to his train yard, this little town. That's fun to follow along with. They're putting some really cool projects in there. It was a Weldon one. It was one that welds. Now, now with Fat Fender Garage and Porterbuilt, Porterbuilt Fabrication here. They're both in Phoenix area. They are building frames now for 65 to 79 Ford trucks that you can just bolt all brand new link, trailing arm, coil spring, all brand new. I think it is '08 and up Ford F-250 axles underneath your trucks. All brand new suspension. New enough to where you can work on it. Get parts for it. Because I'll tell you, you have a problem with one of these old Dana 60s under these 60s and 70s Ford trucks, and you can't find parts for them hardly at all. Some of the seals. Oh man. Get yourself a little Thunderbolt and Lightfoot car. That would be cool. What's going to be fun in my situation is hooking up the steering, because I still have to make my steering column. And when I say make it, I mean cut the rag joint off the end and put a couple flat spots on it for a double D. Install it. Buy a double D shaft. I don't think I have to have any kind of support. It's only going to be 2 joints. The little town doesn't have a name. Michael Bear, you are exactly right. It doesn't really matter how ugly it is, as long as it's mechanically sound and good and could go down the road and not, parts aren't falling off of it. Now, if you lived in Maine, though, they would inspect it every year and they would have pulled it off the road like, 10 years ago, Michael. They would have said it's unsafe with those rust holes. You just can't have it. Guitar picks. Oh, that sounds good, Dan. Well, I appreciate you stopping in and spending a little bit of time with us, and I hope your dog's going to be okay. She's in good hands, I know it. Okay. You're exactly right, Michael Bear. The drug dealers drive those cars around so they can just throw the drugs out through the rust holes. At least that's what I heard. Okay, let's put it on Dan for a few and watch him fly while he's here. Thank you, Paul McNeil, for flying for us. Certainly a heck of a choice of planes to fly. Yep, Michael Bear, we don't inspect any cars here either. No annual inspections. For smog, if they want you to drive up so they can stick something up your tailpipe, God, it's almost like going to the doctor, huh? Boy, I didn't get on my phone yet. Let's jump on my phone here. There we go. So Kenny, you wouldn't recommend a soldering torch right away, would you? Everything that I've ever soldered, you have to use a dang, you know, blue or yellow bottle of propane on it. Negative. Oh, that's cool, Laurie. I had a customer that had tons of stained glass, and he was making, little pictures and whatnot, soldering all the stuff together. He had all the tape and everything, and he actually had a kiln as well. I don't know what the kiln was for, but when he passed away, his wife called me and asked me, "Do you know anybody who wants all this stuff?" No. But she wanted to sell it, of course. I don't blame her. Yeah, the pipe work is hard, Lori. Cool. Good to know, Lori. I didn't know that. Oh, Michael Bear. I don't even know what to think about that. So you all already get your taxes done? I got my taxes done already. And yeah, I'm getting a little bit back. Not much, just a little. I'd rather overpay by a little than overpay by a lot. I'm glad to get it out of the way though. And I'm glad I don't know. You got your refund already? Woohoo! Hangar 51. Hi, Kenny. How are you, my friend? How's life treating you, Kenny? Cheers to you. Good deal. I I looked at my what we're getting back, and I went, "Ooh, new airplane." And the wife went, "No, we're gonna use it for something else." That's okay. I have plenty of airplanes to fly. I'm happy about that. I'd be happy if I only had one, to tell you the truth. You know, as long as it's the Conchindo. Yeah, that's a word and a half. Yeah, I don't get that much back, Paul. But between state and the federal, yeah, it's 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 three figures, not quite four. I didn't see the new printer released today. What printer released today, Kenny? Is it a new Elegoo or Creality or Bamboo or? Philip, those are already sold out? Holy cow. Ooh, that is very, very nice, Chris. That's a heck of an addition to the fleet. A Hangar 9 J3. Centauri Carbon Elegoo. That, does it have a big printer bed? Like 330 by 330 or bigger? You're just going to keep it in the back of the truck ready to go, Chris. Cletus sold them in his website. Oh, well, I think that's probably why they went so fast. If Cletus put a link to him, gone. Did you all see his speech yesterday after the race? That he's a funny dude. That was really funny. Hey, Dell. Going to a trip to the hospital in the morning. Hey, I hope everything's okay, buddy. $256. Oh, an enclosed cabinet. That makes it really nice. That was a good speech, huh? Well, next time they'll have to send 2 crates of them, right? Not just one. Okay. Might be time to switch to water. Gotta stay hydrated. You don't want to end up with Doc P. Wouldn't be good. Looks like my live wasn't. Looks like my feed wasn't live. Hopefully not having internet trouble. I hate that. I tried to log in tonight and no dang microphone again. Had to quickly call my son. Awesome. Thank you for picking up, son. Helped me one more time through all the steps I needed to go. Properties, blah, blah, blah. Select the right microphone. I don't know why it likes to just kick it off. Gremlins. Okay. JCB is flying. Just Boogeyman. Keith Christie is flying. Wow, got some flyers now. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Dan, I thank you for flying. We'll switch to Evan Brown. Watch the Boogeyman fly. Trying to keep up with the flying people. Arg. Oh, I like that one. That's a great scheme on that plane. Wednesday night at 8:30. That's perfect. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8:30. And hopefully you're feeling good enough to go live. And hopefully you got something good on the bench. I did something since last week. I pulled the frame out from underneath this little 1/12 Rock Hobby scale Jeep, right? And I pulled a little motor out of it. And I ordered a brushless crawler motor and ESC for a 124 scale little rock crawler. So I'm going to try and mod it. See if it makes it any better. Because even that thing's horrible. Honestly, it has to be the worst $100 I ever blew on the hobby. Yeah, I think I can do it. You know, I took the measurements of this, and it is very, very close to what the other one is that's coming in the mail. Plus, it's a Spectrum, right? Could put a little Spectrum logo on the Jeep hood. You know, you say too easy, Del, but when I took the transmission apart like this, gears in this half and gears in that half, I'm glad everything didn't come falling out, because it would have been a disaster at that point. But I was able to get it apart, and you know, hopefully I'll be able to get it back together. Richard Hensley, how you doing? Am I getting ready for the cold weather? God, I hope it's not going to be cold. It should be nice weather from here out. Maybe a little cold snap. You know, but that would be like 50 for me. The weather here has been so nice. I've been having the windows open during the day. And house is about... Don't have to use the heater anymore. House will stay in the low 60s. And then I can kick the little heater on in the morning just to kind of take the chill off while I'm sitting there drinking my coffee. EQ does some really cool stuff. He has quite the collection of not only airplanes, static models, RC models, trains of all kinds. Ooh, that's chilly. That's chilly. I've been working on a rocket stove heater. I cut the pieces for the K. Have you ever seen the way those are built? Some of them are built like a J, and some of them are built like a K. I'm gonna try and build one that'll work with pellets, just like the wood pellets you can buy. Like I don't have enough to do, right? I gotta start building a rocket stove on top of everything else. If I could stay focused, grasshopper. If I could stay focused, I'd probably get a lot done. Ooh, Tahoe body. Oh, he has a Tahoe. That's right. What year is it, Del? Evan, thank you for flying. I'm going to switch it to JCB now. And Victor's in the room flying. Hi, Victor. Thank you for flying, sir. 88 to 99, yeah. Those are good years. That's nice. A friend of mine has a 95 K3500, 1 ton, the 454 big block in it, automatic. Thing never passes a gas station. It's always needing something. I think he's got the back tire off it now. Something to do with the rear wheel hub or brake or something. I don't know. Guy's always tinkering with it. JCB's got the Cub out tonight. Nice. I saw that, Dan. It's going good, Richard. I actually got some work done on it today. I finished painting the frame all the way. It is now 100% complete. And a little dirty from the rain in the front section where it was already done. But got the underneath of the cab all sanded. And I got it about half clean. I'm using spray away glass cleaner to clean it. It works really well. And it's not as expensive as, like, you know, that prep solvent. Anyways, it's just a truck. I'm just building it to drive. Go have fun in. I have a few friends that, you know, are really into building trucks. We've all been friends since 2007. Actually, when about the time I quit flying, I went, oh, I'm really going to get into trucks. And I did. I was heavy into the truck community for a long time. And, you know, I guess it just, you lose interest after a while. Your internet keeps dropping off. Are you anywhere close to Kenny Rogers, Paul McNeil? You guys on the same cell tower? Just kidding, Kenny. There you go. God. When I was 18, I had a 69 Chevy C20. White. Small block, automatic. 6 lug. So I believe that Mike Bird was in Florida. And last I heard he was heading west. So I'm not sure where Mike Bird is, but if you're out there, Mike Bird, safe travels to you. And I hope you have time to stop by here. Check me out. Go to the field to go fly. 68 Malibu convertible. Chris, I'm going to start to drool a little. you know. I like Malibus. My first car or truck was a El Chirino, El Camino, 1965. So I've always been into old trucks. Ooh, man. That's quite the combination, Chris. Black and white with red interior. That's nice, Richard. You know, when I was a kid, pre-teen, probably between the ages of 10 and 13, 12 maybe, my dad had a flat black 65 Mustang coupe with a 302 4-speed. Might have been a 289. I don't know. It was a small block. And had big mags, big fat tires underneath the back, and it was all jacked up. And my mother hated it. My dad sold it for $600 to a college kid. The kid paid him $300. Told him I'll be back next payday and pay the other $3. And the guy never came back. And we still have the title of that car. But I'm sure there's no getting it back. My dad just said, hell with it. It's only $300. Just some kid he worked with at the mine. Those are some great years of trucks, Philip. And Mavericks are cool, Dell. '69 Buick Riviera. That's a heck of a car. I'll tell you what, the 95 that, or 93 that I sold to Paul McNeil, that was a pretty nice truck. I kind of had a little regret after I sold it, but it's all good. You know, all of a sudden you've got 2 cars to pay insurance on and put gas in and change oil on, and yeah, I don't need that. Not right now. I thought it'd be cool to have a truck for a minute. That's some nice flying there, JCB. Just putzing the cub around. You know, Philip, in the '80s, I was in a mini truck club, the first mini truck club probably ever to exist. Um, Before there were magazines, anything like that on mini trucking, called Tumbleweed Minis in Tucson. And those Nissan hardbodies that guys were getting in the '80s, they were really cool. A friend in the club bought a Isuzu Pup. Do you remember the Isuzu Pup? It was ugly. Oh God. Well, he cut the top off of it and made it a convertible. Did some graphics, you know, the '80s graphics with the palm tree and the sunglasses and all the bright colors on it. It was in all the magazines back in the day. But, meh. Mine had off-road tires. Mickey Thompson's. Rangers are good trucks. Those first generation Monte Carlos, Dan, they were really cool cars. A friend of mine in high school had 71 or 2, and it had a big block in it. Those little cars are bulletproof, Dell. Those little Datsuns, before they became Nissan. So I heard the news that Billabong, all those surf shop places, filed for bankruptcy. Quicksilver, all that surf apparel. I always wanted a Billabong shirt. Never did get one. I'm not sure what kind of UFO that was in the sky, but it looked like part of a plane. No, Dan, because there's no Subaru Brats left. Yeah, riding in the back of a truck, that was always fun when I was a kid. Nah, I wouldn't do it now. I'd be like, I'll walk, or I'll take the next flight. That's great, Dell. Yeah, can't we all just get a bong? Here you go, Paul. Woohoo! Is that Pickle Rick? Patriotic Pickle Rick? Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, yeah. There you go. Nice. Okay. Had some people jump off, but that's okay. We'll switch it. Watch Victor fly for a little bit. JCB, thank you for flying. Great job with the Cub. Oh boy. Victor's hovering the... What is that, a Harrier? A Harrier jump jet? Oh, geez, Dan. Oh, that sounds like a fun time. There you go, Victor. Good flying. You got him, Chris. Uh-oh. Dang. That looked like a Delta flight in Toronto. Oh, sorry. It's too soon for that. Oh, spring's gonna be here before you know it. Certainly is. Did I get the poster for the wall in? I've never seen one in person, but I've seen plenty of videos. They are one heck of a machine. Oh boy. I can imagine that, once the snow is gone, it just becomes a muddy mess. That's not good. Oh, that's nice, Flying Tiger. I love an SE5A. That's nice. Is that with a new pack? Thursday morning it will be 2 degrees in North Mississippi. Brr, Paul. Well, if I send you a box today of some Arizona heat, you might get it by Friday. But I bet it would freeze by the time it got there. 6-foot icicles. Oh my gosh. Philip, that's crazy. That's crazy. 12 degrees right there now. Well, it's almost March, guys. It's almost March. We only got one more Monday night real flight of February. That would be on the 27th. No, the 24th. Right? And then it's March. So the days are just clicking by faster and faster and faster. It doesn't matter. Before you know it, we're going to be getting political calls again. Vote for me because I'm the best. Not to forget that today is President's Day. So if you worked at a bank or at some government office, you probably got today off. -4. Oh my goodness. That's tough, Dan. I know you guys are ready for it, right? I mean, you don't leave your hoses out. You got all your water spigots covered. Hi, Ray. Thank you for stopping by, Ray. Hello right back to you. If you see our good friend Nate, tell him I said hi. He's a good young man. I think Victor's missing a few parts of the tail. No, he's not. Push a button and it fixes it all by itself. That's true, Philip. You know, when I had that refrigerator fiasco, and I bought a condenser fan motor for it, and then, I paid the money to get it here next day. And ordered it with a couple other items so I would get it, right away. Well, for the $6.99 they charged me for shipping, they had to make a trip to my house 3 times. I doubt they made any money at all. They probably lost money. Nice flying, Victor. Looks just like the skies in Hemet. Oh, that's nice, Ray. Sometimes it's good just to go take a drive. You never know where you're going to end up. I'm not sure if EQ is still here. You still hear Eric Quinn, EQ, calling EQ. Ah, Victor, thank you so much for flying. Let's switch it to Flying Tiger. Into the fray. I think that's what he always writes in the chat. Into the fray. Sounds like a good trip. Up Highway 1. That's a real nice drive. Just stay out of Napa Valley now. I mean, it's really gone downhill. I mean, people from Napa Valley, they're moving to Auburn, you know. great flying, Flying Tiger. Oh, come on, Paul. It's Route 66 is the best highway in America. Come on now. Five flights total. 3 on the Hummingbird and 2 on the Freewing Zeus. Nice. Did you still got a little bugs to work out on the F-16, Victor? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm a good boy. I almost killed it. Kind of like with alcohol, you know. After ever so many beers, my dad would always chase him with the water. It's like you don't want to get dehydrated. A World War II plane? I heard about the airliner at Toronto, Ray. That's good, Victor. I didn't hear about the World War II plane, Ray. Can you fill us in? Okay, I need another one. I'll be right back. Oh no, a B-26. Okay. Time for something different. Yeah, Philip, that would be cool. I mean, you know, to tell you the truth, I love the way the snow looks, and it's so beautiful from my house. I don't have to go out and shovel it, deal with it, deal with the cold. Southern Comfort and prune juice. Wow. That's a heck of a combination. That's funny, Michael Bear. This old guy that taught me how to paint, Thomas Hogue. Thomas was about 6'5", probably all at 250, 260. And he could paint like the wind. He was very good at it. But he also had a thing for vodka and schnapps together. And at lunch, he would refill his little flask of fifth, half vodka, half peppermint schnapps. And I would always catch him in the rooms, be taking a swig, and he'd be like, it just cuts the paint in the throat. He was the spray guy. Funny as could be, but he was hammered every day by the end of the day. You know? I guess that's what it takes for some people to get through the day. I'm glad I'm not one of those. Well, maybe I am. I don't know. Well, I'll have to check the news when I get done with the stream. Go see. There's a guy here that's got a B-26. Abrams Airborne. Oh man. Oh. That's good stuff. What's your favorite plane? Well, my favorite plane would have to be an ultimate biplane. Not a Pitts. Not a Christian Eagle. Crazy Quad Brothers. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in. I think a second would be a T-28 Trojan. I have the E-flite 1.2, and oh my goodness, does it fly beautiful. Cessna 150 for Chris, aka Santa. Spitfire. If I owned a Spitfire, I would definitely have to have Eddie from Iron Maiden as the pilot. No doubt. Richard, what size gas engine are you going with? I agree, Dan. Long ago, I did that scale warbird racing, the SWRA stuff, and I crashed a couple Mustangs. They are point and put it right in the ground machines. I didn't have much luck with Mustangs back in the day. So, unfortunately, now they're really not my favorite. I don't even think I would buy one. Just because everybody has one. Really, any biplane, just a biplane in general, would be my favorite kind of airplane. Speaking of airplanes, so in 1914 was the first flight of an airplane from LA to San Francisco. First time they were able to navigate from LA to San Francisco in an airplane happened today, 111 years ago. Barbie. Oops, watch out for that pole. Working on a PT-19. That's nice. Yeah, an old Great Waldo Pepper biplane would be cool as well. Said a Jenny, a Curtis Jenny. Oh, no problem, Dell. We haven't had a sighting of EQ yet. He normally jumps out early. It's probably late where he is. Your grandfather was a barn store in LA in the 30s. I know what you mean, Paul. Flying Tiger. Thank you, sir. Let's switch to the next person. XXL Vet. Is Kenny flying? Kenny flying? Kermit Weeks has that aircraft. I think he does, Craig. The one that was actually the Great Waldo Pepper plane. That's Jenny. Yep. Very cool. I am certainly glad that there are people out there like Kermit Weeks and even like, the other guy there in Florida that buys all the planes and fixes them. Those guys help make it so it's cheaper for people to get into this. Nobody said that it would be cheap to fly an airplane. Not even a model one, for God's sakes, right? They just cost so much. Okay, Kenny. We'll go back up to the top. Put it back on Chris. He's probably just going to park it right now, put it in the hangar. Flying Tiger, thank you for coming by and flying with us, entertaining us for a little bit. I thank you, sir. Glad you stopped by. Always putting on a good show with the old biplanes. I love it. Thumbs up to you. In fact, I would say thumbs up to all of you. Beadlock RC. How you doing, Fred? A 60-inch stick. That's a good plane there, Richard. How was your day, Fred? I guess I missed the note because I was very confused last night when Ryan wasn't on. I'm glad Philip pays enough attention to let us know that he was cutting the Sunday show. After watching Chris fly this little 150 here, I doubt I would ever get in a real one with him. He'd probably scare me. It'd be fun though, wouldn't it? Oh, that's okay. We all know who you are. Whose plane is making all that noise? I'm not sure. How do I change the camera view? Some fields you cannot change the camera view. If I put it on one of the fields that's more generic, then you can change the camera view. Oh, Craig, even I bet they are. My dad took lessons in a 150 to get his. He went under the hood and the whole thing, got his private pilot's license, and then never once flew again after that. Okay. What key is it? Well, it's F1, F2, and F3. I believe so. Chris, thank you for flying. I think Evan is just chilling. We'll put it back on Victor. And Victor's just chilling. Or the C key. Holy camole. Changing planes. After that takeoff, you might need to change your underwear too. Thanks, Fred. Woohoo! Low pass. Someone's always got to bring a full-scale plane to the RC event, right? I think one of your flaps is messed up. Oh, it's gone. Nice belly land there. Oh, you were able to take off. That's nice. Nice flying, Victor. I think Paul's said it was busy. So something's up with Paul's internet. That's kind of weird, isn't it, Lori? Splat flaps. That's a good one, Philip. Well, Fred, you weren't here earlier when I told everybody that I got the frame all done on the truck. It's all painted one color and looks fresh and new now. So on to the next thing. I'm sorry, Lori. So, anything else happen in the news exciting today? I might have missed. I missed one plane crash. Ah, it's the noise. Okay. What is this combat now? My motor ESC control rods and props for the SE5A. Very cool, Jeff. I can imagine you're onto the lower wing or the fuselage by now. I can't wait for an update. Did you order Spectrum stuff, Jeff, or did you get a different brand? Just finished the tail and sanding on the wings. Nice. It's going to be beautiful. So, Jeff, are you going to just cover it? Or are you going to cover it and paint it as well? It's going to look sweet no matter what. Well, thank you, Victor. Jeez, we got Fred flying. And I saw CVO Hobo flying in the room. This looks like a... Oh. Fred's in the Butcher Bird. Craig Bevan, thank you for coming in and sharing your time with us. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. We'll see you over in Jeff's show on Friday or Ryan's show on Thursday or the next time I see you. Have a good night. Cover and paint the cabanes. That'll look nice. Good night, Chris. Good night, Lori. Y'all sleep tight, stay warm. Don't let the bears get you, or the skunks, or the raccoons. Oh, well, I don't know about great, but it was a show for sure. I'm grateful that you all come in and spend your time here for a little bit and fly, keep us entertained. I'm grateful to you all for it. And it's nice and quiet in the house. I guess I should stop yelling. My wife went to bed already. Thank you, Jeff, for coming in. I look forward to Friday nights. Hanging out for an hour with Jeff. Hi, Spencer. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're staying warm. Don't nobody eat yellow snow. If you're going to get any snow. Dan, I know you said you were taking off earlier, but I'm grateful you stayed in the show and hung out with us. Freezing balls of cold and snow coming. Ugh. That just sounds wonderful. That was a nice landing, Fred. Yes, sir. Okay. Go to CVO. Hobo. Now you tell me. That's funny, Paul. You have much snowpack, Philip? Oh, no problem, Dan. I look forward to Mondays. Mondays are almost like the best day of the week now to me. So uh, I'm 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 appreciative of all of you. Out the door, head to the hospital at 8:30 for a 2-hour test. Dell, you take care, and I hope to see you on Wednesday night. Okay? No, I'm gonna jump off at 8:30, so we got like 3 minutes left. You have a great night, Dell. So we'll give you a little kitten update. Dang little critters took off for 3 or 4 days. Didn't come back until this morning. They do that, they're free range. They're like free range chickens. Once in a while you're going to see them in the neighbor's yard. But they're good. They're doing good. When they're hungry, they meow pretty loud. Worst winter we've had in many years, but we'll make it. Yes, sir. They've made it every other time. You can make it this time. Free range kitties, yeah. Thank you, Richard. Well, there's plenty of room in the sky. Sometimes the flyers are a little bit light. And then it always seems like about the time we're going to close the show down, there's 10 people wanting to fly, which is awesome. I don't have a problem staying on a little bit late if y'all are having fun. Because I know when Fred would do the show, it was always a blast to fly with all the people in the room. Nice flying, David. Woohoo! Zoom, zoom. Adios, Fred. I thank you, sir. We'll see you in a few days on somebody else's live stream. Y'all have a great night. And y'all take care. We'll see you next Monday for the next installment of Monday Night Real Flight. Hey guys, thank you for coming in. I love you all. Take care, okay?